Heroic officers, soldiers, and sailors of the Korean People's Army, commanders and soldiers of the parade units, comrades of labor innovators and meritorious workers across the country, citizens of Pyongyang, overseas compatriots, distinguished guests sharing this meaningful night with us. The military parade of the Armed Forces of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, marking the pinnacle of the celebrations for the 80th anniversary of the founding of the Workers' Party of Korea, is about to commence. First, I warmly welcome the guests from all sectors and the friendly representatives from various countries who have been invited to this grand event. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude and congratulations to all the people of our country who have devoted their noble sweat and sincerity to creation and effort toward the glory of our nation. Furthermore, I express warm appreciation to the parties, governments, and international democratic organizations worldwide that have sent sincere congratulations to our party, government, and people on this meaningful holiday. Comrades and friends, gathered here are the elite representatives of the armed forces of our republic, which our party has nurtured and strengthened over the past 80 years. For a party that upholds a just ideology and leads the revolution, to reflect on its entire history and proudly display its bright future through such a powerful military parade is an honor and pride not easily attained. I warmly congratulate the commanders and soldiers of the parade units, who carry the boundless pride of the Workers' Party of Korea and the esteemed honor of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, as they take historic strides in this glorious march with unparalleled privilege. Comrades and friends, as I witness the dignity and fiery resolve emanating from the demeanor and gaze of the parade units at this grand event prepared by our military to celebrate the party's founding, my heart is filled with reverence for the soldiers of our military, who have always stood at the forefront with absolute loyalty and unmatched courage on the path of the Workers' Party of Korea. The glory of today, achieved through leading the Korean Revolution, is something our party takes infinite pride in, as it reflects on its 80-year history. The fact that we have a loyal armed force that shares our destiny. Our military is the noble embodiment and shining realization of our party's fervent desire and resolute conviction to steadfastly uphold the truth of its ideology and the dignity of its people for generations. From its sacred duty to fully take responsibility for the fate and future of the homeland and its people, our party established the military before the state itself. By instilling the ideology and spirit of the party's founding, defining the character and mission of the military, and building a regular revolutionary armed force with the pioneering generations as its backbone, the history of our party's leadership and the glorious saga of our revolution, supported by the cornerstone of a powerful armed force, began. As history records, the stages of victory guided by our party have been built upon the noble contributions of loyalty and patriotism, marked by the sacrifices and heroic deeds of our military. In the unique circumstances of our revolution, the mission of the military has never been simple. In the struggle to safeguard national sovereignty and the right to development, and to protect the fate and future of the people, the exceptional role of our revolutionary armed forces, solidified and matured, was the fulcrum for setting history right with the party's will and the powerful driving force that propelled the Korean Revolution forward in the direction indicated by the party. Through the blood-soaked struggles of those dignified days, when the fate of our sovereignty and revolution hung in the balance, our military's unparalleled achievement was defending the party and upholding the cause of the revolution. While the strength of our military has been continually enhanced with the passage of history, its exceptional spirit of safeguarding the Party Central Committee with their lives has never wavered, and it has consistently upheld the tradition of struggle, standing firm at the forefront of pioneering and advancing the party's cause. From the first steps of our military, which has never been free from the heavy burden of countering the worst threats of invasion, the fact that it has left irreplaceable marks of heroism in the critical milestones of reconstruction and socialist construction reflects the absolute and unconditional nature of our military and its spirit of struggle. Our people never forget and will pass down through generations with gratitude that the precious achievements and monumental creations symbolizing the power and honor of our socialist Korea are imbued with the noble blood, sweat, and costly sacrifices of our revolutionary military more than anyone else. There is no collective in our country that can match such records and achievements. Every moment of fulfilling the socialist cause was a close-quarters battle against counter-revolution. And in the history of our party, marked by great transformations and creative upheavals, the People's Army has been a steadfast force protecting the party and a powerful force actively realizing the party's intentions in every chapter of the revolution's chronicles. Today, we can say with even greater confidence that the resolute fighting spirit of our military, upholding the party's cause, is being expressed at an even higher level. The new era of transformation, which can be called the essence of our party's struggle, is a sacred era connected to the revolutionary demeanor, mass heroism, and resolute fighting spirit of our military, which accepts the party's decisions as absolute truth and supreme bravery and fulfills them with perfect execution. Even in recent years, from the fierce confrontations with enemies to the restoration efforts and large-scale construction projects spanning the capital and the provinces, it is impossible to think of a major front where our soldiers have not participated, and our military has never once failed to meet the expectations of the party and the people in its execution. Every time I witness the miraculous results achieved by our soldiers, I am deeply moved. But how can words fully capture the labor and effort behind their creation and struggle? For me and for our party, the military has truly been a force of righteousness. With its indomitable spirit, it has always amplified the strength to overcome the party's trials and to bring the future closer. Our party always regards with gratitude and pride the military that builds irreplaceable contributions with its costly blood and sweat. And, drawing strength from its sacrificial spirit and heroic struggle, confidently leads the path to the comprehensive development of socialism. The heroic fighting spirit and victories achieved by our revolutionary armed forces on overseas battlefields for international justice and true peace fully demonstrate the ideological and spiritual perfection of our military, which has grown under the party's will and intention. The steadfast soldiers who dedicate their blue dreams and youthful lives entirely to the homeland and its people, united in their absolute spirit of service despite differences in rank. This steel-like force stands as an enduring pillar upholding our party, ensuring that the Workers' Party of Korea is boundless and its future infinitely bright. Thus, I am overjoyed and deeply happy to share this glorious moment, celebrating the 80th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea, with our beloved soldiers who will walk the long path of the revolution to the end. On this occasion, I pay high tribute to the anti-Japanese martyrs and veterans. the sacred generations of our revolutionary armed forces, and to the veteran comrades and soldiers of previous generations who, with noble patriotism and heroic struggle, have stood up to every challenge of the revolution. I also send a military salute to all the soldiers across the armed forces who have made this moment of celebration possible at the ironclad defense lines protecting the homeland and people, and at the forefronts of socialist construction realizing the party's vision. Additionally, I convey the enthusiastic encouragement and inspiration of the Workers' Party of Korea and all our people to the heroic officers and soldiers of the overseas operational units faithfully carrying out the orders of the party and the homeland. Comrades, embracing the consensus of history and the people, our party is about to embark on the next stage of struggle aimed at advancing the socialist cause. Though the path will undoubtedly be arduous, on this most glorious journey for the homeland and its people, our party will continue to place the People's Army at the forefront and, supported by the loyalty and strength of the Revolutionary Armed Forces, will bring the future closer. In the struggles ahead, our military must continue to shine with dignity and honor. As a loyal and elite force guided by the ideology and will of the Workers' Party of Korea, an invincible force that always wins in battle, and a vanguard force breaking through in socialist construction, safeguarding the sovereignty of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and protecting the safety and interest of the Korean people is the supreme mission of our military. Our military must continue to evolve as a formidable entity that eliminates all threats approaching our defense sphere with overwhelming political, ideological, military, and technological superiority. And it must ceaselessly strengthen as a just force that builds the pedestal of victory with morality and discipline. On this occasion, I declare that our party and the government of the Republic will continue to fulfill their responsibilities in the collective struggle of progressive humanity to oppose injustice and hegemony, and to uphold justice and peace alongside our powerful revolutionary armed forces. The foundation of our party and revolutionary armed forces is the people, and their sacred purpose and mission are for the people. All the people of our country focusing their hearts and eyes on this grand celebratory square are anticipating greater victories and transformations. I am confident that the bold heroism, resolute spirit, and fearless fighting will of our military, which knows no impossibility, will continue to shine not only at the defense lines protecting the homeland, but also at the forefronts of socialist construction, realizing the aspirations and ideals of the people, and creating happiness for future generations.